All right, I'm Dan Adams.
And I'm Brian Gongle.
This is our after-show special here on, was it Saturday, July 2nd, 2011.
On News Radio 1040 WHO?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Didn't even know which station you were on.
All right, here's all the news that we didn't get a chance to cover on our show today. First of all, Brian, analysts are expecting not one, but 2 new iPhones from Apple very soon.
Okay.
They're saying August, September time frame.
Okay.
We'll see.
Am I excited about it? No.
I know you're not excited about it, but
more competition is a good thing.
you always like more competition.
More competition. So
That's right.
That's good.
So I think what this means is we could actually see. It's called the iPhone 5.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see an iPhone with the newest version of the iOS on it, iOS 5,
Okay.
which is supposed to be a lot better. Could have new bells and whistles, faster processor, that kind of thing.
Right.
The thing I'm hoping for is a iPhone with a larger screen, much more toward the size of my Droid X.
Not like the teeny little screen.
Not that like dinky little thing you're holding up there. I don't even know how you can see that.
Little Palm Pre Plus.
I would love
Still ticking.
if they come out with an iPhone on Verizon that has a larger screen.
Yes.
I think I might just jump on it.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Switch away from the Droid?
I
Give up on the Droid.
The only reason I got the Droid is, when I got the Droid was they didn't have an iPhone on Verizon yet,
Okay.
and the larger screen. Okay.
Okay.
If I'm doing some surfing or texting or whatever, I like the larger screen. I
So
can't.
if you get the huge Apple screen, you'd go for that.
I would. If it's much bigger Apple screen, I would go for that.
All right.
So we will see.
We'll stay on top of that one.
Yeah. iPhone sales for this year are forecasted right now at 72 million units.
72 million units. There are 310 million people in this country, so apparently everybody is going to have an iPhone.
I think
soon.
that's worldwide.
Worldwide.
I think that's worldwide, yeah.
Let's go with the worldwide.
Yeah. We'll see. There's also another story out saying that they're still making the iPhone 3GS.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to become a free product.
Free iPhone.
A free iPhone with a 2-year contract.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then the iPhone 4 will drop to a $99 iPhone.
I suppose it's possible because
Yeah.
this phone went from being $100 to being free the month after I bought it. Of course. Story of my life.
Yeah.
But this is why we've said for many, many years now on WHO that the day is coming very shortly when everyone will have a smartphone instead of the regular old phones. I don't know why you were doing that, but I decided to do it with the camera as well. Seemed less disorienting.
Speaking of smartphones and tablets, in the United States now, smartphones and tablets accounted for 8.2% of all browsing activities during the month of June.
I believe that.
Yeah, I do too, and I think it's going to do nothing but get bigger and bigger.
It is. I'm still waiting for tablet prices to fall to a reasonable throwaway level. And by throwaway level, I mean the $150 range, where you wouldn't literally throw it away, but you wouldn't be heartbroken if it broke. Right now, you can get them for $200, but they're stripped down versions.
Well, that's what happens when things become consumable.
Right.
When they break, you just toss them and get a new one.
Right, and that's the thing. Like at this stage, you'd have. I mean, for a $400, $500 computer or a tablet, if something breaks on it, you're going to get mad. You're going to want to get it fixed. And I look at a $400 computer as basically getting a whole new laptop. Well, I'd rather get the full-fledged laptop at that stage than just a tablet. To me, a tablet needs to be, if it's a step down in performance from what a laptop is, it ought to be a big step down in price too.
Yeah.
I want them at the $150 to $200 range. That's where I'm going to buy.
All right. Speaking of things getting cheaper, Microsoft now has launched their new service called Office 365.
Okay.
This is putting their suite of software, which is Word, Excel, PowerPoint, all that stuff, on the web.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Much like Google's Office Suite with Google Docs.
Yes, they're competing with Google Docs.
Which, by the way, Google has just very recently improved dramatically the interface for using Google Docs on Android cell phones. They have been terrible up until this point. They have made it actually functional now in the last, I think I only noticed it happening in the last week or two, that now you can actually use those documents and edit them while using your phone, which seemed to me to be kind of the natural thing they needed to do. So it's good that they've finally gotten there.
Okay, here's how Microsoft is screwing this up already.
You already think they've screwed it up?
Oh, they absolutely are. Because they're going to charge for this. Okay,
well, that
so
might be their first screw up.
Yeah, that may be their first screw up. But they have 11 different plans, 3 editions, and 2 tiers, compared to the app's rate of $5 a month with no commitment.
That's kind of complicated.
This company, I tell you, is ridiculous. They could screw up a 2-car parade. That's my father used to say that all the time. You can screw up a 2-car parade.
It's possible, but they are probably aiming this, as most people would be, or as they aim most of their products, at the enterprise use. In other words, corporate accounts.
Yes.
Where people don't mind paying for them because then they expect to get some kind of service for it as well. This is part of what the problem is right now with Firefox, which has just bumped everybody up to Firefox version 5. There are a lot of enterprise users, corporate users who say, hey, we want to use Firefox, but you just launched Firefox 4 a couple of months ago, and we weren't even done testing that thing yet. You can't throw a whole new version at us.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
All right, Brian, you and I are both smartphone users. I have a Droid X. You have a, what is that there?
This is the HTC Desire. This one is the Palm Pre Plus.
Okay, how much did your HTC Desire cost you?
Well, as I mentioned, it was $100 before it was free.
Okay, mine was $200 when I bought it, and they don't even make the Droid X now. They make a Droid X2 or whatever. But anyway, our phones are crap now compared to the new phone coming out by a 150-year-old luxury jeweler, Tag Heuer. Have you heard of this company?
Yeah, they make expensive watches and things
Yeah,
like that.
well, now they're going to make a Android-based cell phone.
Okay.
When it's all said and done, cost you $6,700.
Okay, or you could get 2 beater cars for that same price.
You could buy, for the $6,700, you can buy 10 unsubsidized 16-gigabyte iPhone 4s from Apple.
Yeah.
10 of them. Okay? Why is this phone going to cost you so much money? Because basically, it has all the same specs as about any other Android phone on the market. Mm-hmm. But, of course, it's going to have some jewels and some gold and, a nice platinum case, all that kind of stuff there. Yeah. It's going to look pretty.
Much like the beef hamburger with gold flakes that you were talking about during the show today.
Yes.
This kind of conspicuous consumption is just kind of nauseating. Now, if you're Google and you have $36.6 billion in cash,
you can maybe afford to buy one.
Stocks, you could, but I would again suggest that they go a different route instead of spending money on conspicuous consumption.
They must obviously think that some people want to buy stuff like this. I don't know. We'll see.
Here's the thing that I'm wondering about. Maybe it's just me, but the older I get, the less interested I am in having stuff to flash to everybody else to show everybody how, successful I am. I am far less interested now than I was even 5 years ago in showing off good stuff.
That's called maturity.
I would think so.
And that's a good thing. And
somebody who gets a $6,700 smartphone is probably not very mature. They have a money-to-brains ratio that's out of whack.
I've always looked at
money, too few brains.
Yeah, I've always looked at people like that, and I know people like this.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I know people that go out and spend $2,000 on a wristwatch.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, just because it's a status thing and they want to look cool.
Because the $15 Timex was such a ripoff.
Yeah, they have more money than they have common sense.
Right.
Yeah, and it's kind of sad.
Well, there are also people who have too much. They have more credit card debt than they have common sense as well.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So, anyway, I'm probably not going to be getting one of those. I doubt you will be also.
It was not going to happen anytime.
Even though,
notice I'm sitting here wearing a T-shirt.
Yeah, I was going to say, even though you and I make so much money. We just make stupid money doing this radio program. That it's just
rolling in the dough.
Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. So
I'll get back to you on that one.
All right, that wraps up our show, our post-game show for today.
Post-game show?
I got football on the brain, can you tell?
Apparently. I was wondering if we needed to have sideline reports or something like that during the show.
Yeah, I don't know.
Roving reporters walking in and out of the studio.
We're going to wrap this up today, and when coming back next week will be, the 9th, July 9th?
Well, this is the 2nd, so yes, that would be the plan.
If I can do my math correctly there without a calculator.
Once in a while.
We'll do all that and more than the Radio Wise Guys. So tune in to WHO Radio, 1040 on your AM dial, or you can reach us online, listen to us live on the stream, whoradio.com.
There you go.
And we'll talk more stuff, more technology, all the, what do you say, the trends, tips, and
technology.
All the news that you can use next week.
There.
So, hey, Brian Geigel, thank you very much, sir.
We'll see you.
See you next week. I'm Dan Adams for the Radio Wise Guys and WHO Radio.
WHO.
We'll be back next week. Thanks.